Welcome to the Untrapped Podcast, where we're motivated and inspired about success, small business, and personal development. And now, Keith Kalfas.
I don't know how many times I'm going to tell this story, but all around me is storefronts and plazas and shopping malls and windows and glass. About 10 years ago, I was flat broke, and I had just got engaged to my wife, and we got an apartment, and I started my landscaping business, and the winter came, and I didn't have a landscaping job to get unemployment, and even though I was doing snow, I needed more money now. And it was at the point where no dead-end job could afford to pay enough to even make the bills. So I was forced into starting a window cleaning business now. So I went up and down every single store you see here, strip malls, plazas, every place in the freezing cold in the middle of January. There was ice all over the ground. It was like 13 degrees out. I used windshield washer solvent with bottles of alcohol to stop it from freezing with soap. And I bundled up. I went door to door to door with the simple script. And I got rejected and rejected and denied and rejected and came home to an eviction notice. I kept going out because now my back was against the wall and I felt I had no other option. And I woke up one morning and something snapped inside of me. I had 6 days before we had to evict our little tiny one-bedroom apartment. And I knew that no was not going to be a good answer for these window cleaning jobs. So I went in with every single store I went in, I wasn't taking no for an answer. I was like, I'll clean all your windows right now for $20. Hi, I'm Keith. I have a local window cleaning business, and I'm expanding in this area. Do you currently have anybody who cleans your windows? No matter what they said, I'll do it for 20, 18, 15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. I'd go all the way down to free. I didn't care because I was already dead. I wasn't scared anymore because I was already dead. Get it? If you're already in the pit facing Satan and you're already dead, you might as well just spend eternity trying to kill him. Because you're already in the pit with the Wolverine, right? You're already dead. So that's what I felt like, being dangled over a crocodile pit. And at some point, you stop being afraid. So anyways, I came home that day with like $17 in my pocket, or $37. And now I had proof that it would work, and I went out the next day, I did like $78, and the next day I did like $112, and the next day was like $70, and the next day was like $160, and before you know it, boom, I paid my rent, and I paid my cell phone. And I was in the window cleaning business. Now I started smiling. Dude, I was getting dog grooming salons, restaurants, within I sold 42 reoccurring accounts in 48 hours when I snapped. I wasn't able to do them all in the 48-hour period, but I sold them all. I had them all booked, and they became part of my route. I had locked down in Metro Detroit, Michigan area. This is a main road that goes all the way from Detroit all the way up into the suburbs. It's called Van Dyke. Because I'm on Van Dyke right now. If you live in Michigan and you live in this area, everybody knows Van Dyke. Just like there's Van Dyke, Woodward, Shaner, Hayes, Garfield, Romeo, Plank, Heinrich, Gratiot, Groesbeck, I-94, takes you to I-696, takes you to 75. You can go from the Upper Peninsula, Mackinac Island, all the way down through Kentucky, Tennessee, Atlanta, all the way down to the tip of Florida.
If you are looking for the greatest software ever to run your business on, go to getjobber.com/Keith. You can create proposals, invoices, collect payments, and track your entire business directly on the Jobber smartphone app. If you want to get a totally free trial of Jobber right now, open your browser, type in getjobber.com/Keith, and after the trial, if you decide to sign up with Keith's link, you'll automatically get 20% off your first 6 months. So what are you waiting for? Go to getjobber.com/Keith.
I don't think it matters where you live as long as there's lots of glass and windows. So by the time the weather started clearing up, there I was. I was out making $100, $150 a day cleaning windows, working my ass off for peanuts, doing entire restaurants. Today I would charge $300 to $400 to clean this restaurant. $64 I was charging for the whole restaurant, and they loved me. Fat stack of window cleaning cards, business cards with my landscaping on one side, window cleaning on the back side, my Rolodex of phone numbers and my phone. I was a living, breathing, selling machine. And I started to, I was ashamed of myself because people were referring me to me as, I would go clean Tubby Submarines or Subway or the pizza shop. They'd be like, oh, the window cleaning guy's here. And I was like, I'm not the fucking window cleaning guy. My name is Keith Kalfas, and I love God, and I'm a man, and I'm an artist. And then one day I came home and I had like, I don't know what I had, $500-600 in my pocket. I said, wait a second. I am the window cleaning guy. I like being the window. There's nothing wrong with being the window cleaning guy because the window cleaning guy is getting paid. Hell yeah, I'm the window cleaning guy. Then I started meeting other window cleaning characters. I didn't even know that this was a huge industry and there's live events and people make millions of dollars cleaning windows. I started listening to podcasts, and this was before the whole social media thing blew up and you could find this content everywhere. I was just trying to pay my bills, man. And, man, there's so much money in window cleaning when you get a water-fed pole. Then you start getting into all these people's homes and houses, and you're charging $300, $400, $500 a house, and then you start adding screen cleaning. We call it the works package. Windows, sills, tracks, and screens. Scrub out all the window tracks for an extra $10 per window. Bring a bucket and a sponge with it. It's nasty, hard-ass, shitty work. It sucks. You'll be very frustrated. There's a big learning curve when you start going inside of people's homes, man. And then if you want to hire employees, you better, become licensed and insured and have the proper contracts and do background check. Of course, all that stuff. But in the beginning, man, you could just go out and hustle. And I'm telling you, you can go make, $1,500 a day. In the beginning, when you don't have any confidence and you don't believe you can make $1,500 a day, and you don't know how to get those customers and the high-end properties and the huge homes where you can go do a whole house for $1,000. Big ass houses, by the way. Because I didn't believe it, man. I had a huge learning curve. My confidence was in the toilet, and I had a friend named Brandon who owned a window cleaning business in Michigan, and he did sports stars and celebrities and mansions, and he would always tell me, like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you trying to... I wrote an entire book about this. I was obsessed with this. The book's called How to Make $500 a Day Cleaning Windows. It's a bestseller, I think. It's on Amazon, Audible. You go to audible.com, download and listen to it. If you want to get in the window cleaning business and you listen to the whole book and read it, it'll give you a huge shortcut to your learning curve. And I was so obsessed with this, I created an online course called The Window Cleaning Blueprint. KeithKalfas.com. Just go to the courses tab, buy this course. It's crazy to me. Like, I put like 100 hours into building these online courses and pouring my heart and soul into it. I think the course is $97, but if you get it on, there's some places, this is my course. It sells for $97, but you can get it for like $67, I think. It's right on my website. And people are like, well, a lot of people buy it and they take the course. And the funny thing is inside, this is not me sitting here trying to pitch to you and sell. Like, it's not going to change my life if you buy this or not, right? But I've always wanted to say this because this bothers me.
Looking to maximize your production in the field? Ballard Products has over 300 products that can help you get the most out of your efforts every day. Ballard Products. Whether you are looking to get a better cut, keep your gear on your machine, keep your expensive equipment clean and safe, or just get the most out of your machines, Ballard has you covered. Ballard Products. Jump onto our easy-to-use updated website at ballard-inc.com to get your gear ordered today. Keep grinding. Stay safe. And have a great season. Ballard. Make sure to use the code Keith10 to save 10% on our full line of gear. That's Keith10.
Inside of the course, I'm literally in my basement on a whiteboard with bags under my eyes at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning because I'm running a service business 75 hours a week all day and building this course at night. And I'm literally like, I'm so tired. I'm like, hey, it's Keith Kalfas. Welcome to the window cleaning course. I'm going to teach you how to market your business, acquire customers, and the model the marketing progression pyramid and how we're going to build a contact list and start getting you customers immediately. In the next video, we're going to talk about exactly what you should charge and why window cleaning is a luxury service. And like, I want to go back and re-record all that stuff, but I'm not going to, because that's who I was, and that's really, but it's about the journey. So I had this friend, and he told me how much he made every day cleaning windows, and I didn't believe him. I was like, you're a liar. You don't make $1,000 a day. I hate you. I'm broke here, and you're lying. He's like, dude, come with me. I'll pay you $100 for the day, and you can come with me and shadow me and learn and help me clean a couple jobs. Bro, we went to clean this huge mansion. It was $952. We were in and out in like 4 hours. Something like that. No, this one was $1,500. We were in and out 4 hours. Huge house. And then he went to do another house after that. He just proved it to me on the spot. He showed me the check. He's like, your job is not to try to convince people who don't want their windows cleaned, who don't have a lot of money, to let you clean their windows. Stop trying to convince people. Your job is to find people who have disposable income, who already want their windows cleaned, because they're people who have upper middle class people who have money and they're busy and they want their windows clean and they're looking for a good window. It's like it's a totally different mindset. It's a mindset shift. It's a luxury service. That changed my life. Luxury service. Because that's exactly what it is. So you're going to deal with a lot of no's. You're going to have minimums. You know, in the beginning, I would clean someone's whole house inside and out for $140 and then clean all the screens for free. We'll do a first-time free screen cleaning. And then it got to the point when I started getting employees and I was so busy that I literally was breaking even after all the overhead. I wasn't making any money, and I had my favorite customers calling for window cleaning in the spring. Hey, will you give us that discount again if you do mine and my neighbors for $150 each? I'm like, you have like 4,000 square foot homes. Like, this is when I had upgraded my mindset. Like, we're talking, even then now it'd be like $449 and an extra $5 per screen to bring the total up to like $560. Are you gonna hit my car? What are you doing? You're like literally almost touching my car. Okay, that's okay. And I was like, yeah, we have new pricing. I would say things to customers like I didn't care anymore. Many times in my business, it got to the point where I didn't care. And I would say, hey, we almost went out of business because my prices were too low, and I've been in this business for this many years, and I'm still trapped in a 2-bedroom apartment with my wife because my prices are so low that I literally can't even make enough money. We don't even have any health insurance, and we can't even have any children because I'm not charging enough. So we have new prices. It's going to be $200. And the customers would, when I would tell them these things, they'd be like, I don't care. I don't care about you. Like, you've been cleaning my windows for 3-4 years, and you think I care about you, Keith. Like, I would know these, obviously, their names. I would know the names of their pets. I would, like, really care about my customer. Hundreds. I have 4,500 contacts on my phone.
Jill's office provides friendly, professional receptionists for small business owners just like you. We can help answer your calls, and we can even schedule estimates and jobs for you. Try Jill's office today and get a $25 discount when you say Untrapped. Just go to jillsoffice.com.
We've done work for, 5,000 customers, about 750 clients, and then a core better clients are like about 400 clients. And then my top clients, probably about 45, and then I have 15 clients. It's only 15, but they're like the best clients you could ever ask for. So think about that, like that conversion metric. Like, I have maybe 15 clients out of 5,000 people that are like the dream clients, but it took a long time. So it's all about finding those awesome clients. But anyways, some of these clients that I really cared about, and I was so excited, and I would jump to go clean their windows inside and out, track sills and screens, and I was so obviously extremely trustworthy, and I would be outside on a ladder getting that little spot, and and walking them through their house, letting them know that everything's done and all the windows are closed and locked, and I put all the blinds back exactly how they were, and I even did this thing for free, and I, gave them business cards with magnets and an invoice with a smiley face and thanked them, and I was so excited for fucking peanuts, man. So when I finally raised the price after doing these people's windows for years, I thought they would stick by my side, and some of them did, but a lot of them literally just fired me. Oh, like I was the bad guy. And I remember I was on the phone. It's just one specific customer. So what I mean is you got to keep marketing and advertising and working and growing in your worth, and you got to keep them how you got them. Is what I mean is there's customers that if you got them at a low price, sometimes you got to keep them that way. You might be able to do little incremental prices, but if you're going to come in all of a sudden with this new high price, you're going to freak them out. But if you get brand new customers who don't know the old you, who when you had a low self-esteem, low confidence, they just know you now. They don't know that you used to charge cheaper, and they just accept it at $400 a house. Like, this is a whole psychology mindset game of you understanding that, like, they don't know anything about you. So you're playing a role. You're the window cleaning guy. I could talk about this one whole thing for an hour, but it's going to save you the stress and say what I'm going to say is, the lady on the phone with me, she cut me off. She goes, listen, are you going to clean me and my neighbor or me and my sister's house for $150 each or not? That's all I want to know. I said, no, we have a new minimum of, I think it was like a $199 minimum or something. She goes, okay, I'll find somebody else. Click. And I had been cleaning this lady's windows for like 3 or 4 years. And every time I cleaned up, she would thank me up and down and how much she loves my service and how she wants to recommend me to people. And she's so happy. And like, I had several customers like this. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to turn this into a fucking sob story, but I'm saying these are some of the things you're going to go through. And the second you raise the price because you say, hey, I'm cleaning your big ass house and you got fucking BMWs in the driveways and grand pianos and you're going on vacations and your fucking kids are playing in the backyard. They're part of some travel soccer team, it looks like, because they got like all this fancy shit and like hockey stuff, and then like I said, there's a new big screen TV, and these people are in Hawaii, or I'm cleaning their windows because they're in their vacation home up north, and then you go to raise your price so you can afford to get the fuck out of a 1-bedroom apartment or a trailer park, and they're like, well, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? I'm the only person God ordained. I have videos like this where I act crazy. God ordained me to be financially successful and have nice things. Not you. You're the window cleaner. What do you mean? You want to raise your price so you can afford to have health insurance? So if you fell off, dude, I can't tell too much. There was another window cleaner who was a really great guy who fell off a ladder and broke his legs. And some of his customers were calling me. And I would be happy, now that he's healed, to give those customers right back to him. But some of the tone of the voice of the disrespect I heard on these customers over the phone that called me now because their window cleaner, who they don't know I know him, because we're a small world out here in the window cleaning business, we know each other, broke his legs. Like, yeah, our window cleaner fell off a ladder and broke his legs, so we need to find a new window cleaner. Like, almost like they didn't even care about him. Like, I'm sure there's a lot that did, but there was a couple. I'm just being an asshole here, but there's a couple who didn't even care. And then I said, well, what was he charging? Because I would like to try to match his price. And then I found out what he was charging, and I was like, even he wasn't charging enough, right? I'm sure he's raised his prices now, but here's what happens. This is like, most people don't know their worth.
Guys, I am so excited to announce to you that I will be speaking at the 2023 Launcherpreneur Academy Live event this November 11th at the Suburban Showplace Collection in Novi, Michigan. Get your tickets to Launcherpreneur Academy at launcherpreneuracademy.com. It's going to sell out. It's going to be packed. There's going to be over 300, maybe 400 people, being hosted by Brian and Liz Fullerton. And it's going to be epic. Come there, whether you got to drive or fly or whatever you got to do, it's going to be dope. Launcherpreneuracademy.com. See you there.
So if you got a whole bunch of window cleaners out there that don't know your worth, 4 of them, and then the 5th one does know his or her worth, you're like competing on price. So you can't compete on price. This is something that pisses me off so bad. I freak out when I start talking about it. So you do have to have the best testimonials, the best 5-star reviews, a great website with phenomenal marketing and advertising and all your branding lined up and everything so pristine that when the people who don't want the cheaper window cleaner, it's not that the cheap, they want a licensed and insured contractor who's going to do a great job that they can trust in their home and that they can just write the check and solve the problem. They're willing to pay more. This is an absolute truth. But just because you've upgraded your identity and you know that you're a high class person now, doesn't all of a sudden mean that your customers are going to vibe with that. So it's a constant uphill battle. And so I've had many of these pep talks with myself on one of our clients. What is it? It's $1,000 every time we clean the house. I got in at $750. The other window cleaner literally couldn't handle it anymore. This is one of the bigger houses that we clean. It was too much work for him and his employee. I don't know if they had a water fed pole or not, but when I got in, I was like, this is a $1,200 house all day. They're like, well, he was doing $750. Can you match that, or we don't want it? I'm like, all right, I'll charge you $750 just to get my foot in the door. And then I got him up $750. I did that for a little while, and then I got him up to like $950, and now we do some power washing there too, and I get their bill up to $1,200 to $1,500 when we visit one house in one day. We're in and out. 4 to 5 hours, 6 to 7 if we do power washing of the exterior and cobweb cleaning, the stucco and stuff like. And so, but I was like, had to be willing. Here's the key here. I had to be willing to lose that customer. So I wrote them a very, because they're like wealthy people, you know, just call them. You have to email their housekeeper, and then they forward it to the homeowner. They got multiple vacation homes and shit. When you deal with these wealthy people, very well structured written email. Hey, listen, I'm going to clean your windows this long and blah, blah. And due to these circumstances and wanting to be the best quality provider, I have to raise your price to this, or we can't do it anymore. Boom. And I'm like, but I had to get to the point where my fingers weren't crossed and I didn't care. I was done. You know what? You got the skills, the marketing, you've got the reviews, you know how you can go, you can close that gap anywhere, anytime. I don't need you anymore. That's where my heart was at. What'd they say? Yes, please continue to do our windows. Why? Because they know you, like you, trust you, and they don't want to go with anybody else. So, and what is it? A drop in a bucket to them. We continue to now do their windows for, 40% price increase. I'm sorry, 35% price increase. Just because I grew a pair. But how much pain and suffering do you have to go through till you grow a pair? You have to really feel you're worth it in your heart and have all the evidence to back it up through all the hard work and sweat and paychecks and measuring your books and knowing what your insurance costs and looking in your family's eyes and measuring Christmas presents under the tree, and if you can afford to cover the meal for if you want to take someone out to eat and you want to cover the bill this time because you feel good about that, right? You have all these reasons why that build up your heart to have strength and courage to where you're willing to, that's it. I'm not like, so there's this whole thing. So it's like, so people that are more successful that you might look at and get upset and be like, how the F is that person so successful? How do they believe in themselves so much? Well, sometimes they might not have a lot of confidence and they don't believe in themselves that much at all. They just might be in a great opportunity and have a great offer and have figured some stuff out. And now they're taking all this credit. But if you pull them out of that scenario like a fish out of water and put them in something else that's not a great opportunity, that's really hard to make it work, like a window cleaning business, it's not easy to get off the ground. They might fail miserably and be like, oh my God, I thought I was so successful. What's going on? It's like they were just in a good environment. So what I'm saying here is seeing the forest for the trees. There are people that are in their business so in deep that they literally are blinded and they can't see. And they're so emotionally attached. Their sympathetic nervous system, their survival, fight or flight mode is so attached that they literally can't see their business and they have to go get coaching. They have to get perspective from other people to be able to see it. And Sometimes you got to take a calculated risk. You got to throw mud at the wall and see what sticks. And most of all, you got to get excited about your business. If you're just starting your window cleaning business, or you've been in the business 5 years, if you want to get it to the next level, you got to get bold, you got to get courageous, and you got to get fucking excited again and say, that's it, we're crushing it this year. And don't burn yourself out, which means you're going to have to, if you want to expand, you got to hire people. And that's a whole nother thing. So it's like constant. If you read Ray Dalio's book, Principles, he talks about like, you want to grow, you're going to create problems. And then you got to go to work to solve those problems. And you go to work to solve those problems. And then you get to the next step, which creates more problems. And you got to go to work to solve it. And it's all about problem solving. Your tenacity and ability to face and solve problems is exactly what's going to take you to the next level. It won't be just hard work. Hard work is a prerequisite. So, I don't know how much I've made. I never even hit $1 million a year yet. I probably made a couple $1,000,000 in my business. Landscaping and window cleaning, dog. Excuse me. I was running a little. I could talk for hours about this, about the different stages of business. There's a saying, you'll have all those things when those things no longer matter. Oh, there's one more thing I want to say. The hustle. You've heard this a lot, but there's this different angle on this. When you have that fire in your eyes and that white hot desire and the hustle, and you won't take no for an answer, and you've got that pep in your step, and you're trying to close and sell customers on the phone, and they get in person, and you're about it. Customers love that shit and they appreciate it, especially ones that have small businesses. They're like, man, I don't know who this guy is, but he's got the hustle. I want to give him a chance. I like this guy. He won't take no for an answer. He wants to get his foot in the door and clean my windows. I like this guy. This guy inspires me. I inspired a lot of people. I was so fired up and motivated, and I wouldn't take no for an answer. That's a part of the reason people were giving me a chance, is because I was passionate. They wanted to support me. I told them how I was just met my dream girl, and I engaged to her, and we're saving up for a wedding, and how I'm so excited, right? Like, a lot of people that are drones and falling asleep in life, and they're bored, when they see the fire in your eyes, even if you're just getting your little business started, they want to support you. The universe will come in like a safety net and support you. You get all the right people at all the right time if you believe it. Hey, I hope you liked the show. And if you like the Untrapped podcast and you get value from it, can you please take a minute and go over to Spotify and leave it a well-worded positive 5-star review? It helps boost the rankings on Spotify so the show can get to more people. Therefore, these messages can get out to more people and inspire more people so then they can go out and start their small businesses and crush it and get to the next level. It's a huge deal. All right, I'll see you in the next show.